Help them to learn. Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. That was a quick turnover. It wasn't quite a Red Bull pit stop, but it was a quick turnover from the United Stand onto That's Football. I hope you're all doing very well. We're ready to go and it's an Amazon Prime night. It's an Amazon Prime night. I'd forgotten about that. But we're ready to go here. Hope you're doing very, very well. Lots planned on the show tonight, featuring Luton against, obviously, Arsenal. We've got the team news on the screen for you there that's whizzing around. Big shout out to OneFootball. Download that for free through the QR code or the link in the description. Get all your latest breaking football news and transfer news. But also, the great thing I love about it is that you can get the individual player stats. Arsenal playing in their lime green. If you're going to have a heart attack, and, you know, it's probably going to be a bad one. Where's the play? Goal! Goal! Luton! Luton have conceded, sorry. God, imagine if anyone's listening on audio. I've just absolutely bantered them. I've gone goal, goal, Luton. And it's goal, goal, Arsenal. It's Martinelli. We'll come back to the heart attack story in a minute. But it's 1-0 to Arsenal. I mean, that's not going to give anyone a heart attack. It's not a surprise. But Martinelli scored. And basically, there wasn't a lot of danger. The Luton goalkeeper kicked it out for a throw-in to stop a goal kick. Luton haven't got back quick enough and, you know, held their shape. And it's another assist for Saka, by the way, who ends up cutting it back very, very quickly to Martinelli. And I tell you what, from a defensive point of view, it's a lovely finish by Martinelli. It's another assist by Saka. But Luton should be really pissed off with themselves because this first 20 minutes, they've kept a really good shape against Arsenal. And then the goalkeeper stops a goal kick by kicking it out for a throw-in. And Luton just don't get back in time. And Arsenal, knowing that the first goal is going to be massive on this, they've taken advantage of Luton being out of their shape. And that's just poor defending from Luton. Really, really poor. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. And that's because that's what it is. And it's a goal for Saka. It's an assist for Saka as well. So 1-0. Hey, you're right. You're right. I can see it now. Cross comes in. Luton have scored! It's not a drill. It's our show, and they have actually scored. I can't believe it. I've jinxed Arsenal. Guess how they scored. Guess how they scored. They've scored from a corner and a header. That's how it's happened. Somebody just say, how's that happened, says Dylan. It's happened, well, I've been talking about a nice deep bath. Luton have gone and had a laugh, and they've scored here. And it's great for the game. It's great for the game because Arsenal just scoring, you think, oh, this is going to be boring. And it's a corner. This is where Luton are going to be dangerous. It's not really a towering header. It's poor from Arsenal, really, because he's standing still. He's not in the air when he heads this. Everybody misses it. And then he's basically just stood there like that. It's not a good goal for Arsenal to concede. Raya can't get anywhere near it. If you've got a man on the post, then, you know, there's a chance. But it's 1-1 to Luton. Home Alone 2. Gabriel Jesus into... Oh, good save by the keeper there. That was from Havertz. You know what I will say from a purely footballing point of view? Jesus, Odegaard gets blocked. They're very, very, very diverse. Like, you can use them in all sorts of situations. Saka's just had a shot. I think Band-Aid's probably the best one. Lovely play by Saka. Cross comes in. Jesus, goal. That is Arsenal. That is absolutely fantastic. It all starts from a fantastic pass by Saka into what I presume is Ben White. Dinks the cross in and Jesus is there. It was Ben White. It all starts from a lovely ball by Saka. Jesus on the overlap. Dinks the cross to the centre of the goal. And there's Jesus to just leap up and head it in right before half-time. And that is the perfect time for Arsenal to score. Luton will have been desperate to get to half-time. You're not going to. It's 2-1. Tom says it's game over. Well, it's not game over because Luton have shown that they can come back. But it's just lovely play. Watch the ball by Saka here. 1-2 with White. Again, it's naive defending from Luton. And the cross is so good by Ben White, though. I mean, I'd score that. It's right on Jesus' trajectory and flight path. Landed. Look at that. Lovely cross. You know it's a goal before it hits his head. Top gear, the office, or Gavin and Stacey, says Jack. Corner comes in for Luton. He's done it! He's done it! He's done it from a corner again. I'm a genius. I'm right about the Beatles and I'm right about Luton. Luton have done it again. They've done it again. 2-2. What a game we've got here. And people said, why are you doing this game? We love football, that's why. We love football. Jack will come back to that. Top gear, the office, or Gavin and Stacey. Keep that in mind. It's so predictable. The set piece kings, says the chat. I can't speak. Cross comes in, header goes in. You've probably got to look at Raya a little bit here. You've got to look at Raya a lot here. He's got caught under the cross. This is a keeping error. I was wondering if Arsenal were going to appeal for some sort of foul. That will never be a foul because he's got the jump on Raya. That's bad keeping by Raya. He's come for the cross. Well, I say it's bad keeping by Raya. He's just been out-jumped. It's a very good header, and it's another corner from Luton. And look, football's... football's such a simple game. It's such a simple game. Andros Townsend shoots where he can't score, hits an Arsenal player, goes for a corner, they score from a corner. The Luton manager will be saying that, try and win corners. And Arsenal, wow, they're not dealing well with it. Where the cross comes in, you're nowhere near it, and you just fly at it. Luton have scored again! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! It's not a MasterCard, it's a Barkley card. It's 3-2 and it's Ross Barkley. Arsenal are losing here. They're losing to Luton Town. It's really happening. This has been gifted from Santa. It's 3-2 to Luton. Unbelievable stuff going on here. Luton are winning. Ross Barkley rolling back the clock. And Arsenal are in trouble. 3 goals conceded here. Let's take a look at this. Arteta's looking worried. You can't win a title if you don't win at Luton. Everyone will say that. But it's weak defensively from Arsenal. And then Barkley's on the ball. Rice misses the intercept. Andros Townsend into Ross Barkley. Yeah, keeper shouldn't get beaten from there as well. Raya's having a bloody nightmare tonight. An absolute nightmare. You should not get beat from there. Fasten your seatbelts for the final half an hour of this game. Arsenal losing 3-2 to Luton. Oh, I missed it. I missed the goal. Oh, I'm an idiot. You know what I was doing? I was sending a WhatsApp. I was in a WhatsApp group with the United Stand. Everyone's taking the piss out of Arsenal. And I'm there all smug. And I sit down and I go, well, Arsenal are in trouble. What are they going to do in the final half an hour? And I've missed the fucking goal. Havertz as well. Oh, just cancel yourself, Goldbridge. That last minute is horrific. I don't think Havertz and Odegaard work. Oh, what are Arsenal going to do to get back in the game? It's already 3-3. Pratt. Well, that's a big goal for Arsenal. Big goal for Arsenal, that is. Not only because it's Havertz, but to reply quickly. Still got to win the game, though. Still got to win the game. Shout for a penalty in the chat. Should be a penalty, says John. Well, that should be a penalty, really. He's pulling his arm. I think it's going to be a penalty. This is going to be a penalty, I think. There's an old weapon called a deal. Though that would, says Mike. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's not a penalty. That is a joke. I mean, Arsenal, you've been robbed again there. I'm not emotionally invested, but you've been robbed there because you think about the Rodri one with Højlund in the Manchester derby, and then you look at that. That's a penalty. He's pulling his arm. He's pulled him away from winning the header. Chenko should have put the cross in. Odegaard will. And they've won it at the end. What a goal for Arsenal. It's Declan Rice. You can't believe it. Heartbreak for Luton. Literally last seconds of the game. It has to be last seconds of the game. It has to be the last kick of the game. Unbelievable here. Cross came in. Declan Rice. Luton won't believe they've conceded from a cross. They will even less believe that they've done it in the last second as well. That's heartbreak for Luton. That's like coming home and seeing your love of your life wife in bed with your best mate. That's terrible, unless you're into that sort of thing. I think there's a category for it. But that's heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak for Luton. I tell you who'll be very relieved. Very, very relieved. Raya. Raya will be very relieved that Rice has saved his skin, and Luton will just be, well, at the end of the day, it's a win. A win is a win for Arsenal, isn't it? And again, like we were talking about Fulham and Liverpool on Sunday, all right, Arsenal will probably say we'd want to be winning this game 3 or 4-0, but there's no offside there. Surely there's no offside there. I tell you what, this is VAR. Muller-Rice sales going to skyrocket, says Owen. I mean, I don't think he's offside, but you never know with VAR. Has he gone a little bit too early? It's a very good header.